Well, what do you have in the 8-track, Bob? Well, right now it's a bridge over troubled water. Load it up.
Hey, it could be a polka.
Oh. This one time.
So, this one time.
This one time?
This one time.
This one time.
Oh my god, this one time?
The podcast.
Hello, baby, and hello, everyone.
No,
I'm
that's not
Sheila
gonna work,
D.
Because you're nowhere in the same spot that you were before, so we're going to have to do the entire intro all over again. Greetings from Kanchanaburi, Thailand. Oh my God, in just a moment we'll tell you what is so funny. But before we get there, hello, my lover.
Hello, baby, and hello, everyone. I'm Sheila D.
And I am Evo Terra.
And have we got a story for you?
So, Kanchanaburi, you may not be familiar with this town, but this is where the bridge over the River Kwai is. Yes, that's right. But we're not talking about the bridge over the River Kwai because here's the reality. This place is not funny.
No.
This place is pretty damned serious. So apologies for any jokes I may have made last week that were... Anyhow, it's a pretty heavy place. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. You should totally come, but its beauty is great.
There's so much history, though, that
history.
Mars.
Oh, man, some bad shit happened here 70 years ago. Look it up if you want to get the full history. And by the way, as it turns out, the movie, not true. Didn't really do it quite justice. So anyhow, but listen, we're not here to talk about the Death Railroad. Ugh. We want to go back to what we're supposed to be talking about. This is part 3 of my sharing of stories from my trip to Finland and Estonia, where I was the keynote speaker at NBE Finland, a part of Matka 2017. Thanks to all those who brought me up there. Honey, we've already told 2 stories about why I am the American Icehole is my new name. And I also shared about which is better, sauna in Finland versus sauna in Thailand. Now the choice is down to 2. How the Russians do hockey or why Estonia is the world's dumping ground. Which story would you like me to regale you with today?
Well, because you do know my love of hockey. I think it's the hockey story.
So we went to a hockey game while we were in Helsinki, Finland. By we, I mean Nathaniel Boyle, the occasional podcast host of The Travelers. Used to be called the Daily Travel Podcast. Now it's the 6th monthly thing called The Travelers. I don't know. What the hell, Nathaniel?
I know I wasn't part of the we.
So it wasn't you, but Nathaniel and I stayed over a few days later in Helsinki, and we were offered tickets, thanks to the lovely people at Forenom, hotel and apartments, and a lovely, lovely group of people. They had a big event at a hockey game, and so we went, knowing little more than, guys want to go to a hockey game?
And the answer is always yes.
Of course it is. Well, I've got a rich history of hockey as well. You know, Nathaniel is from the Boston area, so
Beantown.
Yeah, though that whole area knows the hockey thing. So yes, he and I went to the hockey game. As it turns out, there are some major differences between professional hockey in America versus professional hockey in Finland. First of all, it wasn't like the FHL. This wasn't the Finnish Hockey League.
Okay.
This was Russian hockey.
So was it 2 Russian teams?
Well, Finland plays in the Russian league.
Oh.
Much like Canadian teams play in the NHL.
Okay.
The Russian league consists of not just Russia, but also former Soviet bloc countries, as well as places like Finland.
Okay.
So the game we saw was the... Oh my God, the name. I believe they were called the Jokers. Or the Yokers, however it's pronounced properly. There was Jokers that was playing another team, and the other team was from Kazakhstan.
Ooh.
Which was interesting. And it was done, they played the Kazakhstan national anthem, and they played the Finland national anthem. There was no Russian national anthem. We didn't do that. I mean, just because they played the same thing. So that was similar. The game is obviously very similar. It's played on a...
It's a larger rink.
It's an Olympic-sized rink.
Yeah, it's a larger rink.
As opposed to the smaller American-sized rink.
Right.
But I think the biggest difference between the two is cheerleaders. Do we have cheerleaders in an NHL game?
No.
They got cheerleaders here. Smoke smoking hot.
Are they on the ice or are they in the stands?
Well, here's the thing. They are most of the time in the stands doing their little cheers, and they move around and do various things.
I think the AHL. Ooh, AHL.
Yeah,
yes.
the minor leagues, right?
I think they have them, if I remember correctly.
So we've got smoking hot cheerleaders in Finland wearing little bitty tiny outfits.
Okay.
And during breaks, when they come out on the ice, the girls do come out on the ice and do a little floor routine. And the ones that are scraping the ice, that little job they have.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. These wear even smaller outfits when they're coming to scrape the ice. Oh,
What?
yeah. Oh, yeah. That whole feminist movement hasn't quite hit the Russian Hockey League.
No, I can imagine not.
In my opinion. So, yeah, kind of wide open. The other weird thing about it,
Yes?
terrible music.
Really?
Yeah, like during the play, they play a decent mix. Although I'm not so sure that Man Eater is a song that I would play during a break on the ice. Not really getting the crowd into the thing. Nor do I think I would play anything by Enya.
Oh, God, no.
I kid you not. Right before a face-off, Enya.
Really?
Guys,
Where's
come
the
on.
energy?
Have you watched an NHL game? Where the energy's kind of high and up there. You're making all the moves. It's like you've got the playbook, and you can read the headline that says "Play motivational music," but then all the detail on exactly what that should be is written in a foreign language. No idea. It just said "Play music intermission." Well, what do you have in the 8-track, Bob? Well, right now it's a bridge over troubled water. Load it up.
Hey, it could be a polka.
I would have probably dealt with that a little easier than the strange Western inappropriate because it's just low energy music that was being played. So bizarre. So stinking bizarre.
That's funny.
But we did have a lovely time. Again, cheerleaders were fantastic. The play was good. I mean, this is professional level play. These guys were playing hockey. It wasn't like going to some AHL game where there's 5 guys on the ice who were great and the other 15 kind of blow. Nope.
Okay.
These guys were all top-notch,
They're on it.
solid players. It was exciting. There was checking. There wasn't once interference called. Not a single
Really?
not a single interference, which is called all over in NHL days. Yeah, none of that.
When...
No one got into a fight.
Really?
No one went to fisticuffs.
Which they shouldn't. That's such a... there's no other sport that you're allowed to fight in. So...
But I'm thinking if there's a league you're going to get into a fight in, it might be the former Soviet bloc places. Might have a little pent-up aggression. They might want to give... I mean, Kazakhstan, it's the largest landlocked country.
Is
It's
that
the
why they
largest or
should
the
be
third one?
angry?
One of the two. It's huge, right? And it's got like a GDP of like 17 cents. They should be pissed off. I mean, here they're playing against the Finns, who've got these beautiful women and this beautiful ocean, and they're in Kazakhstan.
Wow.
Landlocked country. It's like, oh, great. Kazakhstan is the last country of the Eastern Soviet bloc to declare independence from the Soviet Union. And I think their answer is like, well, shit, I guess. What else are we going to do? Everybody else is doing it, so fine. We'll declare independence too. Oi. I think that's their approach to the internet too. In fact, I think that's what their national anthem said. Oi. Fine. We're an independent country. Play some horns.
When you told me that you were going to the hockey game?
Yeah.
What I told my coworkers?
What was that?
That I really was changing the locks on the door. Because not only were you in Finland, where I want to go, possibly seeing the Northern Lights, going to Estonia, meeting incredible people, but now you're going to my favorite sport.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're lucky you're still with me.
We had fun. If that's of any consolation.
It is. And you were with Nathaniel, who I love. He's such a doll.
Yeah, he's nice.
Do you want to talk about the steps?
No, I don't want to talk about the steps. I said we're not talking about that today.
Okay, so can we talk about postcards?
We can talk about postcards. We bought postcards,
Yes.
not from Finland. Actually, I did. You've already got those. Thank you, supporters. But while we have been here in Kanchanaburi, the River Kwai area. We bought postcards all about the Death Railroad. So, yay, back on that happy topic.
Wow.
I know. But hey, listen, we did buy postcards. If you're wondering what the hell we're talking about with postcards, every month we send out postcards from somewhere we happen to be abroad. Now we're in Kanchanaburi. Next month we will be going to Cambodia, which is where we're sending from there. If you would like to get a postcard from us from our travels, again, next month in Cambodia, we would be happy to send you one. Just go to shivo.wtf/postcards or patreon.com/OPP Travelers and get signed up today, and we'll get you one in the mail very, very soon. Cool.
Our music is by Valea Valea.
Thanks for listening, listener. I am Evo Terra.
And I'm Sheila D.
For more information about us, the weird stuff we do, the things we talk about, we write about occasionally, and the pictures that we post, you can find all of that at our website at shivo.wtf.